as it relates to trade policy and to really big issues like climate change?
Well, you know, climate change is a very complex issue. I consider myself to be, in many ways, an environmentalist, believe it or not. When I build buildings, I did the best environmental impact statements. I know the game better than anybody. And I used to go and see my consultants that I was paying a lot of money, environmental consultants. They'd be up in Albany. And I'd say, what are they doing up here? Well, they were trying to make it more difficult, so we'd have to hire them and pay them even more money than we were paying them now. And I know what it is, but to me, it's clean air and crystal clean, clear water. And we have now the cleanest air we've ever had in our country, and meaning over the last 40 years. I guess 200 years ago was cleaner, but there was nothing around, right? I'm not sure that it was much cleaner. You want to know the truth. But I want clean air, I want clean water, environmentally. If you take a look, we discussed the Paris Climate Accord. That would just put us out of business. We're sending money all over. We're doing things that are unnecessary. It would have been a catastrophe. So I'm very much into climate, but I want the cleanest air on the planet, and I have to have cleaner water. And you know, when people ask the question, you're part of the question about, I always say, you know, I have a little problem. We have a relatively small piece of land, the United States. And you compare that to some of the other countries like China, like India, like Russia, like many other countries that absolutely are doing absolutely nothing to clean up their smokestacks and clean up all of their plants and all of the garbage that they're dropping in sea and that floats into Los Angeles, along with other problems that Los Angeles has, by the way. Isn't it amazing it ends up in Los Angeles? So, what a mess that is. But when you see this happening, nobody wants to talk about it. They want to talk about our country. We have to do this. We can't have planes any longer. We can't have cows any longer. We can't have anything. I said, what about China? I don't think they're going to subscribe to a poor student coming up with 12 years. You know, I actually heard the other day some pretty good politician. I've seen him around for a long time. Nice white hair. Everything's like central casting. You could put the guy in a movie. He was talking. I don't know if he believes this, but he was a Democrat. He said, we have 11 years. It's the first time I've heard. I heard 12. But now, see, it's been a year, so now they think we have 11 years to live. I don't know, folks. I think these people have gone totally loco. But we are, you know, they will kill our industry. They don't want oil. I mean, go to Texas. Tell Texas there will be no more drilling. There will be no more oil and gas. We'll put hundreds of thousands of people out of work. We won't fuel our factories. And now you're talking about millions and millions of people. And you're talking about a country that couldn't even exist. These people, I almost don't know. Is this politics? Because I think it's bad politics. I think it's bad politics. But we have to be very careful. And you know, recently I walked into a meeting and I was with a group of people that have, you know, generally I didn't like. I never liked them. It's a certain group of people. I have my likes and dislikes in life. And I walked into a room, there were a couple of hundred people, very substantial people. And I said, listen, I don't have to make a long speech. Here's the story. I don't like you. You don't like me. You have no choice but to vote for me. And you will do whatever you have to do. And they said, yes, sir, we will. We will. You think you're doing a great job. The truth is, look, you have no choice. Because the people we're running against are crazy. Okay? They're crazy. And I have to say this, I don't think there is that much. I think the biggest risk is the election, I'll be honest. I think the biggest risk, because I actually believe some of these people mean what they say. I really believe that. And it's just not acceptable. We have a very important election coming up. I think we're going to do very well. I think we're going to win it. I think we're going to win it hopefully easily, but it doesn't matter as long as we win it by a vote. But it's going to be something very important for all of you. I have to say I have great respect for what all of you have done. I know so many of you, and we want to keep it going that way. Our country is strong. Our country is great. Our economy is probably the best it's ever been, and we want to keep it that way. Thank you all very much. Thank you.